We watched it! We recently watched Kali, and
for me, it was an average movie, but second half was really good.
yes, I really liked the film, even in the
Overall?
beginning.
Even the beginning too?
Even the beginning
Okay.
too, because I felt like that was important for the second half of the film. Like in the beginning, they showed him like having anger issues and like little things were irritating him.
I think my main problem with the first half was they kept showing scene after scene about his anger issues. Like
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I get it. He has anger issues. He gets mad easily. But like you said, they showed a lot of things in first half that made sense in second half,
Right.
which was very clever.
Yeah, because like even when he was in college, like his college days, he showed like him getting into fights all the time, and then he
Right.
had that anger issue. Well, knowing or having that knowledge of fighting came useful in the second half of the film.
And also, I love the fact how they show that Anjali couldn't drive.
Yeah.
I mean, Anjali was still a learner. She wasn't good at it.
Right. The fact that she couldn't drive in the first part of the film made sense. In the second part, when she was trying to leave
her life,
to
pretty
save her
much.
life, pretty
Yeah.
much, when she was going to the ATM in the middle of the night, like that, just that scene, the way she was crying, and like it really felt like someone who did not know how to drive and who was like
Yeah.
trying really hard to like
Yes.
go to where they were going. She was a great actress too. By the way,
She was.
She acted
really
very
good.
well.
Movie starts off with they show this restaurant and the owner getting kicked out from this like a gangster guy,
Right.
Who was also in. I think his name is Ganga or Gangan.
Yeah,
something
in
like that.
Kamarti Padam, yeah.
Sometimes he was really good in that movie.
I know.
And even though he didn't have that big of a role in this movie, but he does play like important part at the end to the story. And I kept wondering, why did they show that scene in the beginning which had nothing to do with the movie?
Right.
And that really bothered me throughout the first half. I was like, what? Like, why did they show that scene? Like, I knew something was gonna happen. Either they're gonna meet at that spot at the end or something was gonna happen, but I was wondering throughout the whole first half.
See, in the beginning, the whole fight scene when it happened at the restaurant, I completely forgot about that scene while
Yeah.
watching the film. So then the film moved like their focus to like Sidhu, obviously Dulquer, and then Anjali in the film. And you just completely forget about that first fighting
think, yeah,
scene
I think,
until it comes to the second half. Then they're like, oh yeah, that's that same restaurant where they go to dine. And
So pretty much in the movie they show them having a lot of fights over
yeah,
the fact that he gets mad really easily, and then he can control it. And even though he kept promising her, "Oh, I'll get better," but things never changes.
even the girls like family, like the girls' side didn't even like him, and it was hard for them to like accept
Because
him.
remember they like eloped and they got
Eloped, yeah,
married.
and they got married
And I
because
think
of that.
her father wasn't okay with that.
All of his anger issues in the film and the way that they present it, each time he gets irritated. He works at a bank,
Yeah.
and while he's there, little things would irritate him. When
The
the
sound-
printers,
the
the
sound
sound would,
would irritate
and
him.
that's an actual like disorder where little things like that really do bother you. So I think that's what they were trying to show in the film.
I can relate to that. I get irritated really easily.
But
too.
this is like really like
to that extreme, no.
yeah. Some people get it to like the extreme where little
But I
things
think
bother them.
one thing that really triggered him off was his employee.
Who kept on hitting
Who
him?
kept hitting him. It was really annoying too.
I know. I was getting annoyed.
I was getting annoyed just watching. I was like, dude,
Stop hitting him.
I know. But I think that it started off with that. Even though it was still his fault, he shouldn't have slapped him at a party.
But I feel like a part of the film kind of shows that it's not really Dulquer's fault. Yes, he has that anger issue.
I mean, technically
yes,
it was.
But if it was a disorder, something that really bothered him when it came to like these little things, some people that's not controllable.
I know, but he did make a scene in that party.
But I don't think he did it intentionally.
I know, but he still did it.
Yeah, he did
He
it.
did it, and also, she was about to eat, and they were about to eat. They didn't have the dinner.
Yeah.
Really look at it. It all started at a party. They were about to eat dinner. They couldn't eat dinner. They fought. They came home, and then one thing led to another. They started fighting like a lot, and she got fed up, and she got
She tried
out.
to leave, yeah.
She tried to leave, and also I love the fact how the landowner came by and be like, everything okay? I'm just
Yeah.
here. You haven't paid the rent.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, fine. Here's all the money. Here's all
Yeah.
the money, and that played a big part.
That played a big part in the
Because
second half of the film.
obviously he didn't have any money on him. And
Yeah.
he just left on their way to go see the family.
To see the family, yeah. So on their way, while they're driving, they're still upset with each other. She says that she's hungry, and
Yeah.
there aren't any.
Also, she was hungry because they couldn't eat
They
at
couldn't
the
eat
party
at the
because
party.
because of him.
But that restaurant that they stopped to obviously is the one that they showed in the beginning of the
Yes.
film, and the bad owners were there.
I think it all started with that when they were on the way and the truck driver.
Yeah,
the
he's
truck
really harassing
driver
them.
harassing them. They almost like he almost hit his car,
Right.
and that's why he lost it.
So yeah, so that driver had really bad like road rage, and he was like purposely like chasing them and bothering them and stuff like that while they were driving. So once the truck driver did pass, Dulquer actually let them pass, and then he got angry and was just going really fast and whatnot. So
I think she got scared. Then he finally stopped and didn't get out of the car, and then eventually they meet at that little restaurant.
yeah. So while they're there, they're eating. The food. The waiter there is a complete
Idiot.
idiot.
Yeah.
That's a good word. And he's not like serving them properly. He brings out a pineapple juice and there's like a fly in it,
Yeah.
and he literally takes it on the back and just, oh my god, that was so gross. But anyway,
I think also even there, the truck driver kept bothering them.
yes, because he
Especially
showed up
Anjali,
there.
especially Anjali, because he wanted to keep staring at him. They even tried to change the seat.
Right,
And-
because he showed up at the restaurant. So
Yeah.
during this whole thing, he ended up being there. The film connected in so many different ways, and
And I think it all made sense.
Yeah.
And last 30 minutes of the movie, I was like what's gonna happen?
I know.
What's gonna happen? I know like it's either like they're gonna like do something to her or they're gonna do something to him. I was just like something has to happen.
I know. So while they're there, they just got done eating, and he goes to get his wallet, trying to pay for the meal, and he didn't
Right.
have any money because he realized
Then he
the
gave
connection
money.
in the beginning of the film
Right.
that he gave it all to the rent. So,
He couldn't pay, and then obviously he was like, "Here's my card." They were like, "We don't take card." I wanted to say, even John, I feel like he wasn't a bad person.
right.
And like, yeah, it was all, if you really look at it, it was all the truck driver's fault. All this like comments about Anjali, not even once John said bad thing about any
Yeah,
of them.
and I agree to that. In which she actually ends up going to get the money. Again, that truck driver follows her, and she's freaking out because here she can't drive.
And even at that point in time, Sidhu freaks out too when he sees him leaving.
I know.
Because
And
he knew for a fact that he's gonna do something.
he's gonna do something. At that time, Sidhu and Anjali's love got stronger. It became a stronger bond. At that
Yeah.
time, he felt like if something was just like leaving him as soon as she left to go to the ATM to get the cash, which she never found the ATM. Then eventually some guy that also ate at the Tabba,
Right.
that also ate at that restaurant, saw that this truck driver's like troubling this girl. Then he called the cops. Then eventually, while the truck driver got a hold of Anjali and like was banging on the window,
That scene was like
So
like,
scary.
It was scary, and also like it was very well acted.
Yes.
Even with the truck driver, and Anjali acted really
superb.
good in
Like
it.
she did such a good job, like as if she was really being harassed, and like here, like anything could happen. He's gonna open the door, but luckily the police came just in
Really
time.
ran away.
And then the truck driver then vanished. But at that point, then she gets in the cop car, goes back to the restaurant, and there Dulquer is holding a knife.
Holding a knife, and we're thought he's killed John.
Yeah.
And then that's when they go back. What happened? Actually, what happened?
Yeah.
And how the owner came back trying to like beat them up,
Right.
and he was in the middle of it, and the guy stabbed John,
Mm-hmm.
and they left. Everyone was like gone.
But Dulquer actually tried to like save
him,
John,
yeah.
save John.
He was asking for water, and
Right.
he actually went in the back to get some water. When he came back, he heard something that he grabbed a knife. He
Mm-hmm. Just for
thought-
his safety. He thought he was gonna get
And
him
it was
in.
Anjali. Then he came back. Then he had a knife in his hand. Every police thought that he's the one who actually did
Right.
it.
So they went back to the hospital. The cops were also there, and then eventually, I believe they didn't show this, but I think it was like indirectly implied that John told them that he's innocent. He didn't
Yeah,
do anything
right.
because they let him go. So,
That's how the pretty much movie ends.
well, yeah, but then towards the end when
Yeah,
they're
that
leaving,
scene was so good.
so when Anjali and Dulquer are leaving, they're just going, and then that truck driver is stuck on the side of the road with like a punctured tire or whatnot. They see him, and then Anjali pretty much tells him, "Let go."
And he gets out of the car. He starts running.
Smells so hot.
And then the truck driver grabbed like a little stick or whatnot so he can like try to beat him up with it. And I think he was like about to punch him. The movie ends.
The movie just ends.
Movie ends. It was a bit of a drag in the beginning.
But it was really good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was a bit of drag in the beginning for me, but the second half, like made it all better.
It just unfolds to like, oh my god, yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly. And the director who made this movie also made the other movie we watched together, the Road movie, remember?
Oh yeah.
With a very
okay,
long
okay.
title, I forgot the name of it. With Blue Sky, Red Earth, something like that.
Yeah.
Remember the movie, right? I think that's it. That's their second movie together.
Oh, okay. So I would definitely rate this film 9 out of 10.
Really?
Yes.
I
One
would-
point just for the little bit of the beginning where it was
Well,
kind
I
of...
wouldn't say 9 out of 10. I would say about 7.
What?
It wasn't a perfect movie, but yeah, it was. The last 30-40 minutes were really good. But
That is average.
as far as the acting wise, the couple, Anjali and Sidhu, acted really well.
Yes, definitely.
You could tell a lot of things you could relate to. Like, we're a married couple too. We fight and everything, so that's something you can relate to.
I know.
And do let us know what was your favorite part from the movie. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up.
Keep liking, commenting, subscribing, and sending your requests, guys. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.